Hi, welcome back to the Uncle Gogo Gin Does Arts and Crafts show. It's really hot today, so I'm just enjoying this evening, this summer evening before winter starts. Now these are magical gloves. I got these gloves when I worked at City Links years ago, and as you can tell, it's experienced some wear and tear. For instance, the little paste, this gray paste, attached to itself the inner mesh of this the inside mesh. In this case, it's still intact. See, it's very intact. That's because so what I plan to do as I repair these gloves is I'm going to sew. We're going to try and sew. I'm a guy, so I'm a dude, so my sewing skills really suck. But so far I've sewed this area here. I know, kind of looks like a crackhead did this. I had this sewed already with a really thicker string, and this inner piece here, because the gloves and the rubber glue mesh is really old. It's flaking off here. My sweat over the years kind of, see, a little piece of it just came off there. The mesh really screwed things up. Plus, when this thing gets wet, the leather gets warped. The string gets warped. My sweat touches it, so that kind of dissolves it. These are work gloves, but they have been around. I have had these gloves for maybe over 20 years. Since working with City Links. The city of Calgary City Links. In fact, these actually started out as, you know how you get the gloves in the store, work gloves, and they're all like they have like the leather is all fuzzy. You can grip things. In this case, gasoline originally damaged, wore it out, and then just hard work kind of wore it out as well. I don't see any other places that need any stitching here. Just this edge here, and the bottom, and this part here has been stitched as well. But it's been. We're going to try and do another stitch job here with this white string. I'm going to do 2 layers of stitches. It's getting congested here in the hole. These little, the stitch holes here, eventually they wore out. These gloves have seen, for instance, you know, I did my environmental the environmental show with these, the environmental show with these. So I did that. Try to get in the hole here. See if I can get closer there. See, I tried to. These already had prearranged holes, so I don't really want to poke it too much to damage the holes that are already there. Give the string has nothing to hold on to. I think that's how it works, anyways. Oh, jeez. Oh, damn it! It's gonna be really rough going in. Ah, there it is. There's the original hole. I hope that's the original hole. Yeah, it is, more or less. Because it's leather, it's not going to go through hard. It's actually hurting. It's actually poking backwards. It's actually poking backwards into my own skin. But I'm going to try and put as much layers of string in here as possible. This white string is very thin. I just borrowed this from my landlord's, my landlady's sewing kit. Hope she doesn't mind. But this is for a good cause, because I plan to go around the world with these. I plan to go on an epic journey around the world. It's one of my bucket lists. To make sure these gloves will eventually touch all land around the world. When I go around the world on projects, I'm a volunteerist. I'm not a typical tourist. I am a volunteerist. I go where the, oops, I kind of missed the hole there. I go where the adventure takes me to rebuild things. For instance, I totally plan to go take these gloves, take these magical gloves to New Orleans, and join a program called who are they called? Lower Ninth. The Lower Ninth. You can look it up. You can look them up on the internet. Lower Ninth, and what they do is they're trying to rebuild as much homes before they're gentrified by yuppie development. Trying to get as much of the original inhabitants of New Orleans rehabilitated. The only catch is the original owners must provide the building materials. We provide the labor. So already these gloves have touched the Olympic Village, or the Pan American Village, Pan Am Village in the Pan Am Village in Toronto. You saw me dig up the dirt there. So what I'm doing is, see these little stitches, these still little stitch lines. I'm going to try and make the needle go along the stitch line here. Go along the stitch line here, so it falls. So they go into the original holes. I don't want to damage the integrity of this glove any further. So I decided to pull myself a really long string and make multiple stitches here. Wait a minute, this doesn't feel right. That's why it doesn't feel right. I didn't go into the hole. There we go. Is that the right hole? I can't tell anymore. There's too many strings coming out of it. So this already I've seen such action in there we go. Okay, make sure that no strings attached. I would like to go, like I said, take this out to New Orleans. Take these gloves out to New Orleans. This is going to be the glove that rebuilt the planet Earth as much as I can for volunteering wise. I could make a game out of it, you know. Why do things? If you're gonna try to have a little fun, or else what's the point, right? The Colonel Stars and Stripes said so. Okay, so I'm gonna test it out to see if it works. And look at that! More or less, this little stitch node here works. My hand feels snug in here, like a home away from home. This originally was damaged because of I was thinking I was picking up cement, doing some cement work, and then it kind of the cement limestone kind of ate through the weakened the leather there or whatever, and that's my sort of my middle fingers. So that's the important finger. I don't want it to get too rubbed up. But like I said, I want to go around the world, working on environmental projects, volunteering projects. I want to collect soil samples from all over the world, wherever I touched. And these gloves are a key part of that goal. So I'm going to see about getting this glove to this hole here. More or less that's the right one. Okay, let's... There we go. Patchwork is okay. I'm going to take out another another layer of another layer of of um, another layer of string, silly string, so I can totally. I'm not sure if these are holes or not, or if these are things I just poked in there. I think these are things I just poked in there. So put another hole into here. I think maybe that's my hole. That's my own hole I put there. So, like I said, I want to keep that. I want to keep this. I want to keep the integrity of this glove intact here. Remember, I took shop ec instead of home ec, or I should have took home ec, because this is actually really cool shit. Sewing is actually fun. Look at that. This used to be a gaping hole. Now it's stitches. Like and we just put another one in there by following the original line that we made. Oh, who knows? Maybe I go back, go and plant some ayahuasca. Or I go to. Well, I definitely will take these gloves to Cuba for the Cuba trip. I've been planning to do that since forever. Do the Che Guevara work brigade. Maybe I'll head down to Israel and volunteer in the Negev desert, and do some eco volunteering there. Try to build some eco homes. Definitely bring this to Unistoten. I can imagine that these gloves are going to see some serious action. So this may be the last time these gloves get some service work done. So I'm going to follow this line again. Follow this stitching line. You can't really see it because, well, maybe if I can just tilt this at an angle here. See, I just follow. There's so much stitching lines there that it's like a freeway almost. So when I finish my education, I'm going to definitely bring this on my adventures around the world and collect the dirt, and who knows, maybe these will be historical relics. my stinky gloves, historical relics. That's funny. Oh yeah, every stitch we make seals the wound. Beauty. I can't even see the hole. Try to go for this one here because I haven't done this side. I strengthened, reinforced this side there. So the problem is I usually pick up wet beer bottles of this thing because I do my beer bottle project, and see, look at that, extremely snug. I read my beer. Well, the computer. This whole computer's dying, so this whole computer's dying out. So I'm going to have to. Okay. I have to get rid of this old computer too. Well, you see, you gotta, you see this hole here. There's one more hole right there. Oops. Wait, more hole right there. We want to get that hole there. So we gotta jam the strings in there. I got this loose tail here. I'm not sure what to do with it, so I'm assuming that as soon as I'm done the main stitches, I'm going to use this tail and make a loop around. Do one more pass of this. There we go. See, just pull this thumb leather back, and then we're gonna see about getting this into that little hole there. There we go. Cross the little gap there. Across the little gap. Okay. See something poking through. Oh. Just a bit to the side there. The needle hit the wrong edge. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Get this fucking needle in there. Ah, there. Good. Good. It's like a. There we go. Keep on pulling. Keep on pulling. Make sure all the strings are clear, because I don't want to get these strings tangled up any more than they are. Hey, there we go. Excellent. Try to do that again. So I'm going to assume that when these gloves hit in Louisiana, there's going to be a risk, and these gloves are going to see some serious action. I'm going to stick for a few weeks there at least. Make sure that the trip is worthwhile. And I'll stay. Try to book, because they have a dorm there. It's an old house. It's an old house that the group has refurbished for this. So, I mean, these gloves see the world, you know. These gloves are going to see the world. Let's see if we can go this funny direction here. Change direction maybe. To double reinforce everything. Change angles. Follow that bird. Okay. It's like we're sewing together Klingon armor or something. Speaking of which, I was thinking of doing some serious cosplaying, making myself some Klingon armor, Federation armor. I think that's a hole. Yeah, that's a hole. Perfect. Ay. Get this in there. Look at that. Beautiful. Make another pass to reinforce this gap. You know, I'm volunteer for Habitat for Humanity. I definitely try to make it back to the old family village in China. Rebuild something there. You know, if I get married, find out all I can about the ethnicity of my soulmate and make sure the survival of her people is paramount when I do a project. Okay, so I did not go through. I went over the gap. Sometimes I think I went into the gap and not into the hole, so not across the hole. So we want to make sure that this gap doesn't gap again. So we're going to put this into the hole again. Same hole. Follow the stitch line of the stitches that gone before it. There we go, that's the right hole. Okay, that's the original hole. Keep on pulling. There we go, look at that. See? It's really stitched in there. Yeah, look at that. All the original holes. I want to make this City Links gloves, because these City Links gloves mean a lot to me. I mean, I think fondly of the City Links program here in the Calgarian City Links program. So most likely I'm going to be doing a lot of nailing, a lot of hammering. It's going to be a lot of friction. It's going to lose these pieces. These pieces are going to get lost. Most likely those won't survive won't even survive the global mission that I put it through. Who knows? It will. Maybe it will. Definitely brings out the Unistoten or something like that. Or tree planting. For now, like I said, they're work gloves. They are the gloves that are intended on my projects to improve the world. And when I pick up trash from the litter, or I pick up trash from the litter box or from the recycling bin, pick up trash from the bottles from the recycling bin and garbage and recycle newspapers. I'm making Calgary a better place. Oh, look at that! That's a beauty. Beautiful. Double stitches, make sure everything's good. Change direction for this one here. Probably making all the show. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Alright, honestly, I do not know what in the hell I'm doing. Maybe do this one in the back here again, so we don't neglect. There we go. It's going through. Using my handkerchief, my snot rag, my handkerchief. Again, for environmental purposes, I use a handkerchief. But I can't use my other cloths because see, oh shit. There we go. Get a good grip on that. Because the problem lies in that this edge is also pokes through the cloths, and this is leather, so it's ancient leather, like 20-year-old leather. I mean, some cow had to lose their life so I can use this product to protect my hands from. The unique thing about leather is okay, see, we're getting get this in the right hole here. The unique thing about leather is that, see if we can get this into a different hole altogether. I want to make sure get this into the far end here maybe. Oh, a little bit lower. Perfect. That's the one, yeah. Like, the thing about leather is it actually molds to the user's hand. Because it's skin. Technically, leather is still skin. People would just throw this away, buy another glove, right? But, I mean, it's like, ouch, 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 ouch. Poked my skin, not the leather skin. It's like Luke Skywalker and his BB-8 unit, or an astromech unit, his R2 unit. You know, not in your life. Not in your life. You know, there's just too many damn good memories. want to get as much tautness as possible. Okay, this is wrapping around the. Oh, another piece of the really old latex came apart. Okay. Maybe enforce these original factory-made stitches here. There we go. Always reinforce, always make stronger. Try another same factory stitch, factory grade stitch there. These are my city links.